Hello, family.
Hi.
I'm breaking a record 3 days in a row. And my third day, I had to bring a hired gun. Uh, she's a real big part in my life. Jesus first, of course. And I was blessed that he brought her in my life. I've always said that was a gift from God. When you have a wife like I have my wife, I feel it's a gift, and only somebody, not anybody, could just give you a gift like that, but God. So today we really we're gonna just touch a little bit on. I know a lot of the videos that I'm gonna make are probably gonna sound repetitious, even though they come in a different way. Maybe you didn't understand the first one I made a long time ago, and maybe I got a little bit more experience and in life, and it might sound a little different or a little clearer, right? And the thing with it is, we want what we want when we want it, right? We don't know how to wait.
Right.
I told you before, I don't speak about politics. I really don't want to speak about COVID because I don't think they don't know. The experts don't know what's going on. You think I'm gonna know? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I only gotta go by face value of what's happening, right? And the best way I could do that, me and my wife is protected at all time. We barely go out. If I go out, it's because we need something from the store and go get it. And when I see too many people in the store, half the time I forget certain things because I want to get out. You know, everybody got a right to their opinion.
Right.
There's some people that feel they don't have to wear a mask. Wear a mask. No, I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned with me and my family being safe, and I understand that other people that are living the way I'm living, they get angry at the other people because they feel that they violating them. Well, you know what? I feel that as long as I do and be loyal to the Lord and do the right thing, I'm okay. I know I got a big hang up because I'm not going to use nothing and I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. But there's facts in life, you know? So, with all that I'm saying is, we just want to give you some words, right? It comes from the Bible of how many people waited way more than when we waited to get to where they wanted to get. And I feel that when we speak about these numbers, we haven't been locked up or nothing. And I really feel everybody back to quarantine. Let's get serious. Let's be honest with one another. Who really stood in their house without coming out outside or going to the store, like I said, and walking around the neighborhood? Okay, they did it in a safe way, like when I was walking and nobody around. But nobody stood in their house 14 days. Maybe yes, you never know, right? But the thing is, I don't feel like we was really, like you see other countries, they say it works better over there than over here because over there in them countries, the government wasn't allowing it.
You're getting political, yeah.
No. I'm not gonna get political. I'm just saying the reasons why, right? So I'll let my wife speak about this, and we'll
Ray,
talk.
we were talking earlier, and that's why I'm here. I'm here because I'm nosy and I like to give my opinions on stuff that's going on, right? Some of what we share with you, of course, is biblical. We want to make sure that we always come back to God in all the stuff that we're talking about. But just the conversations that we were having and, just talking about waiting, right? So waiting, we are in the middle of this crazy time. 2020 has been a crazy year, and a lot of conversations that I'm having is we can't wait for this to be over. We can't wait to get back to normal. How much longer do we have to wait to get to a good place? And a couple of weeks ago, we were talking just about people in the Bible and how long they waited.
Yes.
Right. So, of course, I started doing some research, and Abraham and Sarah, they waited 25 years for the promise of their son. God promised them a son, and they still had to wait 25 years, even though we know that Sarah got impatient, but they waited. They had to wait 25 years. Joseph waited 13 plus years for the promises from the dreams that God gave him as a young man. He was in jail. He went through a lot of trials and tribulations,
Yes.
waiting for God's promises. The Israelites walked in the desert for 40 years, waiting to get to the promised land. Again, lots of trials and tribulations, waiting for that promise from God. And then in between the Old Testament and the New Testament, there's 400 years. And those are called the silent years, where they didn't hear from God at all and they were faithfully waiting. And I'll say faithfully using that term loosely because, you know, we stray and we get impatient, and I'm sure a lot of things happen in those 400 years, but waiting for the promise of that Messiah. And even when Jesus was born, they had to wait another 30 years before he started his active ministry, before the promise came true and he died for us, right? So when we talk about waiting now, because truthfully, right, waiting sucks. I'm a very impatient person. I want what I want when I want it, which my husband talks about all the time.
Absolutely.
But have found time and time again that God's promises are true, they're faithful, and the waiting is always so worth it when those promises finally do come true. It's so very worth it. So when you think about the numbers that I just threw out there, we've been waiting since the beginning of the year.
Let's not forget the ark, right?
Right.
They were in quarantine.
Right.
They were in quarantine.
Right.
They did not have no place to go.
Right.
Either that or get drowned. They couldn't even come out.
Right.
And they were around two of each animal.
Yeah.
So you can imagine locked up in that boat that he made with different odors of different animals and all this, you know, and they waited.
Right. And we cause a fuss about waiting with our loved ones. Right. Think about that. Right. Think about being stuck.
And then you hear numbers, right? How domestic violence rise, divorces, and everything because they couldn't be together. And I feel that's sad. I feel that's sad, right? Because I look at it this way, and I don't mean it in no bad way. So as long as you're away from each other and spend time from each other, you had love. And then when you need to be together, you didn't. I'm sorry, I don't call that love. You know? And I understand, right? Because everybody is impatient in their own way, right? Everybody takes situations in a different way, right? People lose their mind when they don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
And you know, and I talk about that in prison, you know, and I talk to people that don't know about prison. They say, "Oh, Rikers Island is so bad," but when you go upstate, it's so different. The people are more calm, more things. You can't play no games with them, but that's because you have a date to go home upstate. When you're in Rikers Island or any county jail, you don't know what's going to happen to you in court, how much time they're going to give you. You don't know nothing. So that brings people to create situations and things like that. And I say the same thing with us, you know. A lot of people get impatient. They could have their mind on something, and their wife come and complain about a little thing. Know what I'm going through, or vice versa, you know.
Even the people who are alone, who haven't been physically around any family members, they live alone, and they, you know, that's cause for depression. There's all sorts of mental health issues that arise, right? So please don't think we're minimizing anything. We get it. You know, even, you know, Victor made the point, we've gone out, we've taken walks, we've gotten stir crazy. You know, sometimes I just want to get out of here, but I'm scared to get out of here because I don't know what's out there. But, you know, please don't think we're minimizing anything. Understand, right, that the point is that waiting is a form of preparation. How are you waiting? What is at the end of this waiting that you need to be prepared for? So how are you waiting? How are you spending time in your word? Are you spending time, for those of you who meditate, meditating? Are you spending time learning something new, something that you're going to use when we get back to normal, whatever that means, because normal is different for everybody. But, how are you waiting? Are you being an active waiter? Are you doing things with your time? I watch a lot of people on social media getting healthy, doing things, reading books, learning new skills, just reaching out to other people. Of course, we need to check in on each other, but how are you waiting so that you're not just anxious and nervous and worried about the unknown? Worry and faith, right? Spend some time with God and kind of figure out what He wants you to do during this time so that you're prepared for whatever's coming next.
So I look at things, right, and again, I say me. What works for me don't not gonna work for you, or maybe it can, right? How about, I hear a lot of stuff about let's forget about what used to happen and all that, and let's try this fresh and a new life, right? How about this is our new normal for now, right? Because I really believe that even if this corona gets cleared with and all that, the ones in this time now is gonna stay in their mind. Is this gonna happen again? How do I know it's clear? Me and my wife, we say, how are they gonna prove to me that there's no more corona out there? So right, you're always gonna have that little spot of fear. And so I really believe that I lived a rough life, did a lot of crazy stuff. And I used to have fear. I used to have fear because of the life I was living. But the new life and the way I live today, I don't have no fear. And the only one is Jesus. He tells you that, if I'm not mistaken, don't fear no one, right? And the way I think is, people talk, it's funny because people talk about dying and relive, all this, is that true and all that. I feel that, yes, I was born again, right? From the time I used to live that life and the life of Satan and everything, and since 99, I've given myself to God. I feel like I was born again. I really feel, I don't know how to, like, it's a new life. It's a new life. I look at things different, and I know it's hard, I know some people say, oh, but you comfortable, you got this, you got that. No, we've made the best of what we got, and it looks good, Don't, and I don't know how to explain, but, I put it this way. Sometimes it's be careful who you listen to, right? You could listen to a lot of stuff. Use the positive things that you could use that works for you, right? Like I always tell people, you can't live my life, right? I feel that my job is giving you information, right, about the Lord, what have happened and everything, and what have happened with me, and I pray that it could help you. That's the way I feel. That's the way we do it. We do it with that intentions, with good intentions, not no bad intentions. So I know we've waited. Some people don't believe in medicine. People do believe in medicine. For the ones that do, they're giving a good chance of that there will be medicine. The thing is, my medicine is Jesus. I really do. He puts me at ease, wanting, like my wife, I always say that, want what I want when I want it, right? And everybody that's been in the street that have got high and all that, that's the way it is, right? You gotta have it, you wanna get high right now. And in life, that's the way we do it, You have a few dollars and you don't really have enough and you wanna buy something, but you want it right there. I gotta buy it. Listen to me. It's on God's time. I say all that to say it's on God's time. I don't know if my wife, you know, she could explain to you a little better about what I'm just saying right now, that is on God's time. I mean, that's just being straight up. You know, I'm not going around it. Everything is on God's time. So, and I think I spoke about this the other day or yesterday, you know, about that. We all have problems. We all look at things in different ways and things like that and etc. Right? You all in with God or you're not. It's the bottom line. You can't, I have faith in him, but I don't trust what's going on. So then you don't have no faith. I trust him, but I don't really think that's gonna happen. You don't have no faith. You know? Put on and take everything. Because we gotta have faith, trust, love. And like I said yesterday, when we're not supposed to judge, and I explained the whole thing, I don't wanna go into that. And I said, when you do judge, you judge in love, right? And so I'm telling you now, when you have faith in God, you gotta be all in. Either you in or out. Giving it to you the way I speak, you know, and please don't misunderstand me. You cannot be with devil and God at the same time. Make a choice. That's the bottom line. I don't think, you know, I don't like to sweeten things up. I just say it the way, you know, I feel I could talk to you. And that's the way, that's my outlook of it.
That's good.
That's it. So listen, again, you know, it's a pleasure to have my wife with me here. And she's helped me forget it, you know. She's come call me sometimes, you know, talk about giving me a couple of cocotazos. For y'all that don't know English, a couple of lumps in the head if I didn't get my act together. But
That's not true.
I love you people. Remember one thing, my book is still out there, 1240 to 316, How I Changed My Legacy, is on Amazon. And I'm pushing forward. Remember that I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Real Talk with Victor, the website, you know, realtalkwithvictor.com. On the Instagram, the IG, if it's gonna probably say bio, you hit there, you could get the whole.
They got
So,
it.
you got it? You got it?
Yeah, they got it.
All right. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. And I told you before, and I'll remind you, there's going to be a future where we'll be doing these things live, you know, and maybe we could get more comments and speak more. God bless you guys. Stay safe and protect you and your family. Thank you.